Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Meghan Markle and Harry were apparently furious about photos taken after Meghan Markle's miscarriage. Okay, so this, here they are again. This was widely reported that they were just absolutely furious. So Meghan was walking out and she had a little bag in her hand and she was wearing a mask and she looked like she was smiling directly into the camera, as she always does. She always knows exactly where the camera is. So it was just revealed by Meghan's mirror that this is confirmed as a dental visit. Okay, that was a dental visit. She wasn't at the hospital. She wasn't there for an appointment related to her miscarriage. Furthermore, we know, I believe that Lilibet was born of a surrogate. I also believe that Archie was born of a surrogate. And there's gossip that they want Lilibet to have blonde hair and blue eyes. Not going to have any of that. She's not going to be dark or anything. How did the paparazzi know where Meghan would be? Uh, is this an intentional deception? It seems like it, because clearly Meghan knew she wasn't coming out of the hospital. Meghan knew that that wasn't a visit uh, to her gyno for, after the miscarriage. So let's take a look at this and see what we see.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. So I printed out a picture. I don't know how satisfied I am with these colors. They never seem to come out quite right. So that's why I just use the digital ones, because those always come out right. So what is going on here? I mean, is this an intentional deception? What is going on? And who done it? What is going on? This is clearly deception. Is it intentional, or is it like serendipitous? Like, oh, they think I was at my gyno for the miscarriage, or let's put out some fake news, which that's a whole lot more intentional. Oh, there's the devil. Emotion, devil. What do we got here? Player making a play, very deceptive. Into the future, and Sun exposes everything. 8 and 11, 19, 5 clubs, a decision, speaking with a forked tongue, 2 or more ways. This was an intentional deception, okay? And they felt like, oh, it's a little white lie. They felt like you don't often see the ramifications of what you're doing at the time, and as it rolls out, it can be very important. And a lot of really small things become very big because they're such public personalities. Everybody's watching. This is an intentional deception for money. Okay, getting clicks, and that's money. Snake is also a liar, deception. Looking forward. Snake is the longest planning card, so looking forward and deception and looking forward. So they felt that this would be good for their brand, giving them sympathy. That's what I think it was for. Karmic shift, karmic relationship, and high tower. And ruler, veil, and fence sitter. So reacting to the news stream, we're just going to say it was from the miscarriage. And we'll raise to the highest place the relationship. Get some sympathy and healing. 7 Hearts is also healing. And take control of the narrative, controlling the narrative. 29 plus 11. 39, 40, 10 spades. Disaster. Really blew up in their face. So they were trying to take control of the narrative. It was an intentional deception. They felt that looking forward, it would be good for them. But it turned out to be a disaster. Did Meghan invite the paparazzi? Okay, because how would they know where she is? How would they know she's at the dentist and they're supposed to photograph her? Because there's a lot of celebrities in and around, and she's way the heck out in Montecito. They don't have paps in Montecito. They're not. That's why Oprah and the other people live out there. The other stars live out there because they don't have paparazzi. It's too far out. It's an hour and a half. Okay, from LA proper. So they're just not going to be bothered, and that's why they live up there. They don't get bothered. If you want to be bothered, live right downtown in Beverly Hills, and boy, oh boy, you're right downtown. You'll be bothered all right. You'll be bothered by everybody, and you want to be bothered. So did she invite the paparazzi? Meghan and the paparazzi. Yes. Paparazzi. Did Meghan invite the paparazzi? Yes. And Cornerstone, and she paid them. 13, 4 hearts. And she knows these people. Yes, she invited them, she paid them money, and she knows them. They work together. 4 hearts, people closely associated with you, and karmic shift. To make a change, to make a splash, to grab some headlines. What do we have over here with the paparazzi? Heart. Okay, they have a caring relationship. Mercury, social media, strength, strong relationship. 21. They've been working together for a long time. Okay, this is not the first time that Meghan backrid, splash. This is not the first time, not the second time, not the third time. You know, all the dog walking photos, which I don't believe was Meghan or Harry. You can look at the legs. You can look at the different features of Harry and Meghan. They don't look the same. They would send out body doubles to create a news stream. So they have a long enduring relationship with them, and it may be that the relationship has changed. Broken chalice and cross. 9, which is 3 hearts. I think these paps have had enough. They're like, no. This bullet passed too close to my head, and I don't want to do this anymore. I think the paparazzi are kind of like, it's either the paparazzi or Meghan, like, oh, we're gonna walk it a little tighter. We're gonna run a little bit tighter of a game here. So, was Harry in on the deception? Okay, or was it just Meghan? Was Harry in on the deception? Because I think Meghan runs everything. She just bulldozes over him. He just follows along. He's like, okay. I actually think, like with the book deal, she could have literally just accepted the money, and then Harry's like, what do you mean I'm going to write that? You know? And she was talking it up all the time, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he is dumb enough to, he is. He's dumb enough to write a smear piece against the royals. Doesn't he know where his bread is buttered? Okay, was Harry in on this play, this deception? 3 clubs. No. And we have handcuffs. We have here. Okay, so he was against it. No, I don't want to do it. But he knew about it, and they talked about it. But he didn't want to do it. 11, 14, he didn't want to do it. Okay, and as a royal, this really goes against being a royal. There's very little reason to lie, and if you get caught in a lie, oh, it's terrible. Okay, which is what happened. This is a terrible disaster because they were caught. So Harry knows that. He grew up in this. He's had longer exposure to the dog eat dog Shark Tank of, living in the public eye. What's underneath? Man, hamster wheel, he's out. He's like, no, this is a bad idea for the long term. He really didn't like this precedent. We should not be lying. We should just tell the truth. He didn't like it as a precedent for the future, for the long term. Working this emotional narrative. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. He was against it. Let's add this up. 13 and 11, 24, 34, 44. Jack of Spades, devil. He felt that it was evil. He even felt that it was evil. So he was really against it. That's interesting. We see Harry speaking up finally. Was the PR team, because Meghan and Harry have a PR team. They have several PR teams, and they're paying them to keep them in the news all the time. Was the PR team against this? Or were they like, oh, heck yeah, whatever you want to do, we just work here. It's your world, Meghan, we do whatever you want to do. Was the PR team against this? Did they advise against this? 8 hearts. Deeply rooted, 6 clubs. Water into wine, great lying card. Opportunity to lie and spin this narrative. 10, 18, 5 diamonds on an ongoing basis. They were not against it. They felt like it was a little white lie. They weren't against it. You're not going to step to Meghan. You're not going to tell Meghan what to do. Nobody puts Meghan in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Nobody puts Meghan in a corner. So they were fine with it. They were fine. They just took it as an opportunity. It would just pass, and nobody would notice, and it would never come back up, and they would never be caught in the lie. Oh boy, how wrong were you? Lie in front of the whole world, and the angel about the baby. Lie about the baby in front of the whole world. 1925, 7 hearts. So it's all been exposed. All been exposed. So what do we have? What do we have? What's the preponderance here? Well, it seemed like a little thing, and they were taking control of the narrative, but it was an intentional lie, and they felt that going forward that this kind of narrative would work. They liked it, and they liked it, and the PR didn't push back. Okay, did she invite the paparazzi? Absolutely, and they've worked together a lot before, and they're not going to do this anymore. They're not going to do this, put out fake news anymore. Somebody, either Meghan has said we're not going to do it, or the paparazzi has said we're not going to do that. Somebody is not going to do this anymore, and it could also be Harry. This 2 spade 7 clubs. This is a great marriage card. Harry can say, look, don't ever do that again. Harry was clearly against it, and he just felt that this is evil to do this. Interesting. He's really taking a stand. The PR people did not take a stand and didn't push back at all, and they're like, yeah, we'll do whatever you say. So interesting. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. See